As you can see, by hundreds of people on St. Patrick's Day, standing proud, ears pricked, looking across at the mare who, well, he was 20 years too early ever to come into contact with. But here now, the full list of runners and riders for the Arkle Challenge Trophy from Peter.
And this, the 19th running of the race that commemorates him, and the runners headed by number 1, Alton Glazed, all 10 glazed, ridden by Chris Grant. 2 is BLUECHER R Goldstein. 4, Cottage Run, Richard Dunwoody. 5, Dalbury, Gary Moore. 6, Dan the Miller, Graham Bradley. 7, First Bout, Steve Smith Eccles. Hills laid a bet, an individual bet of 40,000 about him this morning. 8, Gala's Image, Richard Lindley. 9, General Chandos, Mr. John Bradburn. 10, Hills Guard, Andy Stringer. 12, Chorus, Martin Brennan. 14, Patrick's Fair, Ronnie Beggan. 15, Penny's Dream, now written by John Short. Had his first ride on Cassan in the previous race. 16 is Raise an Argument, Simon Sherwood. 18, Sound Argument, Peter Scudamore. 19, Strathline, Ned Buckley. 21, Tickety Boo, Mark Dwyer. 22, William Crump, Tom Morgan. 23, Evening Song, Mr. Paul Townsley. And 24, Reba Bell, written by Mark Perrott.
Yes, and Graham Bradley just giving a wave up to the box here. He knows what's in front of him. It is Dan the Miller. In fact, Dan the Miller's in front of him, underneath him and behind him, because he's a tremendously big horse, this, as you can see. Lovely fellow, and in fact had been tremendous form over fences. This is his first season over fences, until he came south and went to Ascot, and Brad was convinced that he would jump there, but he paid the penalty at the 4th, going down the hill and tippled over. He's a good horse, this, and he'll take a lot of beating here today.
But the one who could beat him, and I think he well may, is a horse who's a little bit, well, he's strong, long on ability, a little bit short on experience, perhaps, because he's only run 3 times over fences. That's First Bout, and the first of those races was at Newbury.
Is renowned for cheek, as well as many. Luck in running, that's the thing that everybody wants, isn't it? Nearest to us is 15, that's Penny's Dream, just going down in the red colours there. Penny's Dream, who is trained by Tommy Cunningham, ridden by John Short now. Phil Tuck was to have ridden this, but he had an asthma attack, as Julian told you earlier on, and hopes to be back for the last race, and I'm sure that he will be, because asthma does subside as quickly as it comes. Well, Penny's Dream fell last time out. Hope that it can negotiate these obstacles. 100 to 1 shot at the moment. John Short, the Irish jockey, now in the plate, replacing Phil Tuck. So just look at that packed stand. Absolutely tens of thousands of people, and let's see where their money's going.
And First Bout's the clear favourite, 3 to 1. Tickety Boo, 9 to 2. Dan the Miller has stayed on 5 to 1 right from the opening of the betting, and Sound Argument is 10s. That's gone from 8 to 1, so it's going out. Kouros, 12 to 1, so is Raise an Argument. All 10 glazed, 14 to 1, 16 to 1 bar these.
The Arkle Chase, some good horses have won this in their time. Fred Winter won it a couple of times early on, hasn't won it for a year or two now, and quite a few Irish horses have won it. They had a purple patch on 79 up to 85, but not so strong here. Here is a Northern Ireland trained horse. This is Raise an Argument, owned now by John Poynton. These are the colours. Oh, in fact, this is Tickety Boo, very similar colours, but this is Tickety Boo 21. Looked extremely well in the paddock. Mark Dwyer rides for Jimmy Fitzgerald, and again, they'll be looking to get a winner before Forgive and Forget in the Gold Cup on Thursday. Nice to get a winner in the bag. Know your horses are in form. This is a horse that will go very close indeed. Likes decent ground, he's got it today. Winner of his only 2 chases so far this season, and they were at Huntingdon in February and Nottingham earlier in the same month. And certainly decent horse this, but it's a good race. And there is John Poynton's horse in the diamonds, there with the black and yellow diamonds, 16 just coming round. He's trained in Northern Ireland by Jennifer Hamilton and was sold only quite recently. He's now owned by John Poynton.
John, another exciting runner for you at Cheltenham. When did you buy him?
I bought him last Thursday from the owner, Mr. B. Hamilton, and his wife trained it. Tony Dickinson went over there with the vet and vetted him and said, yes, fine, happy. So he's coming over and he's going to be saddled by Mrs. Hamilton today, and then he'll be going up to Monica's with their other runner, Dan the Miller, which unfortunately for both of us is in the same race.
And if he wins, will the price have gone up a bit?
Oh, no, it's finished, it's paid, it's done.
And how good a horse is he?
Well, we'll find out today. We think he's a very good horse. Obviously, he's a novice, but he's shown good form. I like the breeding of him. We'd be confident that we've got a nice horse.
John, you're a man who likes to mix your sports. You're chairman of Coventry City, into the Cup semi-finals and a pretty good draw against Leeds.
Yes, I don't think we could be unhappy on that. If yesterday morning before the draw somebody had said, which of the other 3 teams would you like to draw, I suppose we would obviously have said Leeds. It's not going to be easy, obviously. No Cup semi-final is easy, but it's the first time in 104 years that we've got to the semi-final. Well, we're confident that we're going to go on to the final and win that as well.
There is the colours of John Poynton, of course, who owned Brown's Gazette, that marvellous horse who died so untimely there. But this one, the first runner at the festival meeting for Jennifer Hamilton. Let's wish him luck. They're just coming into picture again is Dan the Miller. Big horse, isn't he, in the white colours? Huge horse. We've seen him. Number 12 with the star there, the yellow sleeves, as you see it turn away. This is Kouros, and the star is for Freddie Starr, that zany comic who I believe is out of the country at the moment. I didn't see him in the paddock. We certainly would have heard him if he'd been here. But Kouros, a decent tool. He's certainly been improving all season and gave first back that terrible shock at Nottingham when getting there to beat him on the run in. Certainly Kouros, who is trained by Oliver Brennan, great family day out this, ridden by his son Martin, will be trained well enough if he is good enough. He's a 12-to-1 shot at the moment. Number 5 is Dulbury there in the yellow and red quartered colours. Dulbury, who certainly has improved this season. He looked like being a good horse when he was young, went off the boil a bit and has come back now to form. He's ridden by Gary Moore. His father Charlie trains it now near Brighton Racecourse, and certainly he's got some form that wouldn't put him out of this by any means. He jumped a bit slowly last time out at Sandown, but came good in the end and won by 1.5 lengths on that occasion from Masterplan. That's him in the yellow and red quarters. The white was William Crump, 22. Coming towards us in the half colours was Hill's Guard. First bout there. There's Tickety Boo in the yellow. Tickety Boo. 4 in front of him was Cottage Run from David Nicholson's yard. Pulls like stink, that fellow does. Here's Alton Glaze coming towards us. Now, would you believe it, Alton Glaze was the last winner to grace the old electric atmosphere of the winner's enclosure that we used to know here, the little dell there used to be when he won his bumpers race here at Cheltenham. A good few years ago that was. And certainly he's gone on from good things then to even better now. He went through the doldrums for a while, but he's come back good, and I'd like to see him win for Mick Norton, a very popular trainer, and also for Chris Grant, his jockey, another popular man. He runs for Mrs. Betty Whittle. Alton Glaze there in the checks. 12 we've already seen there, Kouros, who's nearest to us. Behind him is 5, Dulbury. We've had a look at him. Tickety Boo in the yellow. 15 has just gone through with his back to his Penny's Dream. We saw her earlier. 4 went through to the right. This was Cottage Run, David Nicholson's runner in the first, ran well, finishing 4th, High Plains there. And this fellow won 3 in a row, including a 2-horse race here, but he pulled up last time. Richard Dunwoody has the mount, and as I say, he does pull very hard indeed. 19 there, going away from us, Strathline from Michael Oliver's stable. 23 with the red and the sash there. That is Evening Song. This is a mare trained by Prue Townsley, ridden by her husband Paul. Good mare this. She's been consistent, but more consistently second than consistently first. Looks as if they're hanging back, doesn't it? It doesn't look as if anyone's really keen to go on. 11-4 favourite, and they're under orders. Let's go to...
And racing towards the first of the 12 fences with Patrick's Fair and Gala's Image and Cottage Run right up there, disputing it. First bout is up with them too, and they're all safely over the first, and Cottage Run is the leader from Patrick's Fair and Gala's Image. Behind them, First Bout, then General Shandus towards the outside and all over the second, and Cottage Run still making it from Patrick's Fair, General Shandus. First Bout, Gala's Image, Evening Song. Over on the far rail is Rebo Bell, BLUECHER not far behind the lead, racing now towards the fence that'll be the last after another complete circuit, and it's Cottage Run leading, Patrick's Fair and Gala's Image and General Shandus, and then BLUECHER. Behind them come First Bout and then All 10 Glazed, all safely over that still, and Cottage Run making it from General Shandus with his white face second. Then comes in the sheepskin nose band Patrick's Fair with Gala's Image on the inside towards the out of his First Bout. Then comes Down the Miller behind Down the Miller, Evening Song. Behind them come Dalbury, then on the inside BLUECHER, and then comes Penny's Dream as they jump the fourth. And all safely over it, swinging left-handed now, Cottage Run with the advantage. A reminder there for STRATHLINE in rear. Cottage Run the leader from General Shandus. Gala's Image going well on the inside, First Bout on the outer. Patrick's Fair right up with them, followed by Evening Song as they jump the fifth. Then comes BLUECHER behind BLUECHER, and a faller there was Raise an Argument. Raise an Argument has gone at that one as they come down to the water. It's Cottage Run with the advantage from First Bout, who goes second. Gala's Image is third. They're coming to another ditch now. Cottage Run, First Bout, Gala's Image. Dan the Miller moves up towards the outside. Cottage Run landed in the lead from First Bout and Gala's Image and Dan the Miller. General Shandus is tailed off. Racing towards the eighth. Cottage Run from First Bout and Gala's Image. And another faller there. Looks as though it may have been BLUECHER gone there, but as they race towards the next ditch, it's still Cottage Run from Dan the Miller, First Bout, Gala's Image. Chorus has now moved into fifth. All 10 Glazed is next. Behind All 10 Glazed and making a little bit of ground is Sound Argument as they race towards the top of the hill. And it's Dan the Miller going on now with 3 left to jump from Cottage Run in second. First Bout going well in third. Gala's Image going well 4 on the inside. Then comes Chorus and All 10 Glazed, and then comes Dalbury. Coming down towards the next. First Bout travelling strongly on the outside of Dan the Miller. This is 3 from home. First Bout, Dan the Miller, these 2, and Chorus a faller there. Chorus has gone at that one, and it's First Bout. William Crump's also a faller. First Bout now from Dan the Miller. All 10 Glazed is third. This is the second last. And Tickety Boo has gone at that one, and it's First Bout from All 10 Glazed. And then comes Dan the Miller. Evening Song not far off the lead. And Hills Guard's improving too as they come to the last. Gala's Image over on the far side, but it's All 10 Glazed and First Bout from Gala's Image. As they race into the closing stages, it's All 10 Glazed on the near side. Gala's Image over on the far side with First Bout as they race up towards the line. It's All 10 Glazed and Gala's Image and All 10 Glazed, and Gala's Image has just won it. Gala's Image is the winner. All 10 Glazed is second and First Bout third, and 4 was Hills Guard. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Arkle Challenge Trophy. The winner, number 8, Gala's Image, owned by Sheikh Ali Abu Kamsin, trained by Mrs. Mercy Rymel and ridden by Richard Linley. What a tremendous comeback for Richard. Second was number 1, All 10 Glazed, owned by Mrs. W. Whittle, trained by Mick Norton and ridden by Chris Gaunt. And third was number 7, First Bout, owned by Mr. Wharton Schober, trained by Nicky Henderson and ridden by Steve Smith-Eccles. Fourth was number 10, Hills Guard. So number 20 of the season for Mercy Rymel. She always fancied this horse to come good one day. What a day he's picked to come good, and what a triumph for Richard Linley, his 5th of the season. Here's how he won it.
And here coming down the hill, look for the yellow colours there towards the outside. Tickety Boo travelling strongly. They're only about 3 lengths off the leaders. Here he comes now to this fence that often catches horses out. First Bout in front, but watching the yellow colours, Tickety Boo sort of steps on it, down he goes, and also behind him it looks could be Sound Argument or Strathline, Sound Argument. But coming on towards the end, first bout is in front, Alton Glazed on the outside, Runner Blinder, Hills Guard, and there in the red colours is Richard Lindley on Gala's Image. This is going to be his first win over fences, also Gala's Image, and I see that he's not using his right arm at all, and I just wonder, has he put his shoulder out again? He's really going for the line there, but it suggests how tired he is there, that he has put his shoulder out, definitely, I would say.